Alrighty then, Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 634. No reward without the work. Here's Stanley hanging out, becoming one with nature. Alright, no reward without the work. What does that mean? Rewards. We reward behavior we want to see more of. So, it's important to give the reward after the work, after whatever behavior you're trying to modify. So, don't reward yourself until after the work's done, and don't expect the reward. So, you just wrote a book. It was hard work. However, how hard did you work at it in regards to professionalizing that book? How much study went into the themes, the flow of the story, the ebb and flow, the conflict, the resolution, and how those chapters flow through until the end? Is the end capturing? Is it do what it needs to do to bring the readers back for the next book? So, writing the book is hard. But then write the next book. And all of that builds. So the reward is continually working on your craft. It's working hard at the right things. Intentionality. What is your plan? Are you just free writing? Free writing is good. It's important. But free writing without a plan isn't intentional, and that doesn't give you what you want to get, which is a story that is premier, sellable, because it will meet with reader expectations. It will entertain better than just a free writing session, better than a stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness generally doesn't flow well and needs to be edited heavily in order to bring it back in line with a story that resonates with your readership. So are you working hard at the right things? Are you working hard at the craft, which that takes practice? Practice looks like work, but still practice. You write that first book. The first book is practice. Even if it sells well, it was still practice. What did you do right? What could you do better? And are you doing that? Are you fixing what could be better? I hope the second book takes off. Hope is not a plan. Hope is actually a lousy plan. You need to be more intentional with what you're doing. What are the first 3 solid steps you're taking to get where you want to go? If you want writing as your career, as a full-time gig, well then, there's a lot of intentionality that goes behind what that means. Are you ordering the good covers? Are you getting covers that meet with reader expectations to help you sell that book? Is your editing up to snuff? Whether you do it yourself or somebody else does it, is it up to snuff? Is it delivering to the reader in a way that the reader can ingest, internalize the story without getting kicked out of the story? The grammar matches. You don't go past tense to present tense to past and back and forth. That jerks the reader back and forth and takes them out of the story, and then they leave. Once they leave, they're not coming back. So the 3 steps. What 3 steps are you working on? And thinking is not doing when doing needs to be done. You've got to think in order to come up with the story. You have to be have to have that motivation to do it, and also you have to have that inspiration for the story. All stories come from inspiration. You're inspired, you get it, here's the core of the story, and then you have to build around that. Building around that takes discipline. That's pedestrian work, that's hard work. But still, the heart of the story is inspired. That's the thinking part. But to sell that story, you need to write it. And that is the doing part. Thinking is cool, but when it comes to do, you have to do. You have to do the actions. You have to work hard at the right thing, which is get the book down. Keep the heart of your inspiration intact, and then write the story. The hard work. Are you working hard at the right things? So that's it. Don't expect that reward without doing the work first. I always wanted to be a writer, and you just write something. Okay, that's cool. I did that, and that first book did okay, but it could have done better. But that first book is practice, and I've been paid for that first book over and over again, but I think I've gotten better over time because I kept working hard, and I knew that first book wasn't my magnum opus. That's yet to come. Peace, fellow humans.